June 12, 1993, up until June 12, 2025, is exactly 32 years old. So unfortunately, most Gen Zs on social media, even in the street, they don't even know what Nigeria is celebrating or remembering in June 12, 2025. That's why a lot of people didn't take it serious. I want to share a story with you on what actually happened June 12 and how four young undergraduates captured Nigeria Airways flight. Yeah, that time Nigeria get Airways. That's why sometimes I'm wondering, military and civilian or democratic, which one is better? Seriously speaking, because as at 1993, we had national carrier Nigeria Airways. So it was an election period. That time, General IBB Babangida was the military head of state. So there was an election between two political parties, MKO Abiola, SDP, and another one from the other political party. So June 12 was the election. Abiola swept from east, from west, from south, from north. Abiola clearly won that election in a very big landslide. So Abiola was supposed to be announced the new president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But IBB refused. From June 12 to June 23rd, by June 23rd, that same 1993, Ibrahim Babangida annulled the election. And NOB cancelled the election. He cancelled and carried Shonekan put as the what, make Shonekan there at the moment. So Nigerians were agitated. A lot of things happened. People buy for inside the matter. War. It was a big issue. Now what I'm saying is not a lie. Even IBB said it in his book that he wrote about 4 or 5 months ago. He said it, that annulment was a mistake that led to the buy of people across different parts of Nigeria. But unfortunately, IBB that annulled an election that led to buy of Nigerians, nothing has been done to him. In my own calendar, Ibrahim Babangida is supposed to be apologizing to Nigeria 6 hours every 12th of June of every year. Like today will be 12th of June. IBB is supposed to use 6 hours apologize to Nigeria for what he did in June 12, 1993. So, come down to October, 4 young boys, they boarded a flight from Lagos going to Abuja. But by the time the plane was about to come down, those 4 young boys stood up and announced that this plane has been hijacked. Of course, about 190 something passengers, they were scared. The 4 young guys between the age of 18 to 20, and they were in school then, Federal University of Technology, Akure, brave young guys. So they announced, and to the passengers, fear not, we are what? Movement for the actualization of democracy, be activation, amendment of democracy, something like that. Mad. That is who they are. They are not here to buy anybody. They are just here for the world to hear their voice. So when 4 of them made that statement, 2 moved to the cockpit, opened the where pilots were, and told pilot that this plane has been hijacked, moved straight to Germany. Pilot said, why Germany? The boys say, see who they are. They want this plane to land in Germany so that they can talk and the world can hear their voice. Quite a very brave movement. Pilot told them no, that this plane, the fuel cannot fly through the Atlantic Ocean, that they can only drop in a nearby country, which was what? Niger Republic. The boys, after disagreeing, the boys agreed and the plane landed in Niger Republic. Immediately the plane landed in Niger Republic. Unknowing to the boys, signal don't go round. Nigerian army say some people don't hijack the plane where they go somewhere. They did Niger Republic. As the plane land for Niger Republic, for the Nigerian army surround them. The boys let about for something VIP Nigerians in the plane to go down, that they want people. The BBC interviewed them, a lot of discussions that day, and at the end the boys were apprehended. It's a long story, but the boys were apprehended, 4 of them. Of course, they were Yorubas. They were apprehended and they fought for democracy. Why I'm sharing this story is for Nigerians, youths, Gen Zs especially, who don't know what I'm just saying right now, to know that you don't see Nigerians begin struggle for democracy since June 12, 1993. And these boys, of course, because it happened in Niger soil, of course, they cannot be brought back to Nigeria. They were in prison from 1993 and they were freed in 2002. That was about 9 years in prison. Now, even the MK Abiola that time announced himself as the president of Nigeria. He was in prison and he died later on. Now, why am I bringing up this story? If you want to know more about this story, go to Netflix. I watched that movie, Hijack 93. Go to Netflix and watch it. You will understand very well. It's a true life story of what happened back then. So, the military head of state that caused all this problem, nothing happened to him. I heard that President Tinubu today awarded some posthumous award to some RIP people that contributed in one way or the other to Nigeria democracy. But the question right now, up till today, is Nigeria still democratic? After how many years? 32 years. Is Nigeria still democratic? Is the electoral body still allowing people to vote? or somebody somewhere is deciding what happens to or who becomes president. 2027, will INEC allow Nigerians to determine who will be the president, who will become the governor, and other politicians that are going to be elected? Or INEC is going to announce who becomes the president or who becomes the state? It's pathetic that after 32 years, Nigeria's democracy is still very immature. We are still seeing a lot of irregularities in the voting process. That is why I support what? The electoral reform that Randy Peter is pushing for. And some people don't know. Because now waiting the electoral body talk and go happen. Back then, the man in charge of NEC, the man in charge of the electoral body, I think it's an Igbo man then, with all the pressure mounted on him not to announce MK Abiola as the president, then the man went ahead to announce MK Abiola as the president of Nigeria. So what if the man succumbed to pressure? No matter what human beings do in Nigeria, you see the electoral body, and then they decide. Share this video. If I made mistake in any angle, feel free to correct me. Of course, I was still very, very, very tender there, but I'm just taking time to study this Nigeria democratic system. Is Nigeria fully democratic right now? In my opinion, in many ways, the answer is no. In few ways, the answer is yes, because democracy should be government for the people, by the people, and for the interest of the people. Democracy should be people-centered. Democracy should be people-oriented. But currently in Nigeria, the policies and the democratic laws and what the red chamber guys and the green chamber guys are doing, is it people-oriented? Is it masses-oriented? Is it masses supportive? Most of the time, the answer is no. So in my opinion, right now, Nigeria's democracy is still an F as of today. Share this video, guys. Happy Democracy Day, Nigerians, who hope it will get better one day. But remember, electoral reform is the most important way to get it done. See you.